everybody. Been a couple of days since my last video clip that was just before this. So although it was just before, it was a few days ago. Couple of reasons for that. One is I've been struggling with my knees. Two is I needed to let this dry, which it took a lot longer to dry than I was expecting. And three, I think I mentioned that I picked up a table. Well, because the weather had been really nice the last few days, and it's another nice day today. But yesterday was going to be the nicest for a while. I decided that I would strip the top of the table because that's the biggest job on that, or the biggest, messiest job that I can't do indoors. So I decided to do that, and to be honest, that has stripped off lovely. Big difference using the right stripper on the right finish. There's literally what, 2 or 3 quick coats, bit of a scraper, and it come off so easy compared to when I did the kitchen table. Now the table itself is now sort of in my apartment, but it's just in storage basically. It's there for when I've finished this. So although I've stripped it and taken pictures, I didn't do any video of it really. But although I've done that, it's going to be a while until that series is done. So basically I'm going to crack on now with my shelves, because obviously the only bit that I've just about finished is the uprights, which I must admit I've put them on the dining table, and every now and again when I've turned around, the reflection on them is good enough that when I see the edge of the door, when it's open, my living room door, you could easily think it was all in one. And the reflection is that good. But anyway, I'm going to crack on with this, so I need to sand this down, and then get staining. So I'm going to try and get as much staining done today as I can, depending on how I'll get on. But also I'm not going to be doing this until too late today, because I have a race tonight, an online race. So that's one of the good things about being a gamer. Is that we can still do that, because it's something we do from home. Anyway, right, I'm going to move the camera a little bit and we'll make a start on this. I have just kind of realised that I suppose we can move on. This was the fine sander that I used yesterday on the table. That's the only bit of sanding that I did on the table was with that. So although yes, that's dirty and I was meant to clean it, it does show that how, considering when I did the dining table, or the kitchen table, sorry, what I clogged up numerous sanding sheets, but when I came to sanding this dining table, that was it. And now I can rinse that off and clean it, but I need a clean one for sanding that. Now where's my other two gone? Okay, that's weird. Oh, there they are. Yeah, so I've got a couple of, well, I've got 2 of each, of a fine and a super fine. And on this I'm not going to use the super fine yet, because the fine will do, or it should do anyway. Also, there is quite a bit that needs taking off, so although the super fine would do it, it'd just take a bit longer. Now I'm not going to mind if this has a little bit of a divot in it, which it does look like it will have. I really don't mind that, just as long as I've got a smooth surface, as in it goes down, not comes up. Because it has sunk in a bit, you know what, I said I don't mind if it sinks in, but because it has sunk in, it's quite rough in there. I think I would be better off I'd be better off filling it some more. I'd rather fill it and sand it down, which is what I thought I'd be able to do today, but yeah. Let's keep going for the moment. It depends if I can sand it nice in there. I think it is going to need to be filled. I must have kind of turned my apartment into a bit of a fucking workshop at the minute, but I don't mind that. Helps keep me busy, or helps keep me active. I was saying to a few people last night, I've been trying to actively avoid just going and sitting on the PlayStation all day, because if I do that, I'll go mental. My mind will just, yeah. Right, okay, so looking at this, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but it is quite a rough, it's rough in there. If it was smooth, I'd leave it, but because it's rough, it's going to make a mess when it comes to staining. Now, if I was at the workshop, I could potentially have power sanded it to give it a bit of a feature, but I'm not, and because it's quite a deep gash that way, if I started doing that, I could take the glue out. So what I'll do instead is I will touch that up. With a little more glue. I mean, I wasn't expecting to be doing this bit today, but I mean, it doesn't need to be perfect, but it's just if I don't do this, it will look nasty at that point. And although it doesn't need to be perfect, I don't want it to look nasty either. And considering that this is, as you know, being made from scrap wood that used to be a bunk bed, it'd be easy to just leave it as looking nasty, but I really don't want to. Right, let's pop that back on there. I could do my version of Salt Bay, Sawdust Bay. Sorry, bad pun, I know. Personally, I don't know how the fuck he's ended up being famous, because he pours salt down his arm. What has the World Cup do? Yeah, you got NHS staff putting their lives at risk at the moment. I must admit, if there was something, I saw something earlier that was saying about, like, I don't want to be seeing, it was on Facebook, I don't want to be seeing about celebrities getting BAFTAs and blah 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 at the end of the year or next. How do you think? Like I was saying, we should be awarding the NHS staff, and you know what? I agree with that, but giving them an award, as nice as it is, won't mean shit. But I don't know, giving them a few years tax free or something, or big tax deductions might help. Or a fucking massive increase in wage, because if there's a fucking department in the world that deserves that, it's the fucking NHS staff. I mean, what was it? They put a call out for volunteers. They wanted 250,000 volunteers to help the NHS, and they expected to get that potentially within 2 or 3 days. Within 24 hours, they'd had 430,000 applications. So now imagine if you think about all those people that have volunteered. Yes, probably doing what they are doing out of the goodness of their own heart. But imagine if it wasn't crisis time. Were they people that used to work in the NHS? And if they were, why did they leave? Was it the hours they worked? Was it the pay that they had, that they received, which is not a lot? Because if that's the case, fucking pay them. Pay them whatever they fucking deserve, which at the moment is proving to be a lot. I mean, if we're willing to pay our football players fucking hundreds of thousands a week, then surely we can afford to be paying our NHS staff a few thousand a month. Now, admittedly, when you actually get to see this video, we could be way beyond the corona situation, but it's relevant to time at the moment for me. I'm not normally used a sponge in this situation, but you never know, it might actually work. Let's be honest, I probably am spending a little bit too much time faffing about with this, but to be honest, if there's one thing we've got at the minute, it's time. I just want to make sure that it's raised above. I mean, I could just slop it on so that it's sat massively above, and then I can just sand it down loads later. I've tried going for a bit of a gentle approach, so let's go for a slightly rougher approach with it. Right, now all of the excess can be, really I should have put that under there when I was knocking it off, but anyway. Let's put that over there. That can dry off later, or dry off throughout the day. again today. Right, let's crack on then with what we're here to do. Because hopefully the reaction between the current coat and the next coat could be quite an interesting one. Because if you remember, I need to put that somewhere. That's got sawdust on it, so I don't want to be using it. Yeah, remember these pieces of wood soaked in soaked the stain in rapidly the other day. So it's been a couple of days, a bit crunchy. I need my stirrer. Now, looking at the colour of these compared to the colour of those, I mean, these don't have any shine on them whatsoever at the moment, which you could say is a surprise with it being gloss, but it's just it's soaked in. But what, three, 4 coats hopefully of the stain should be enough to get the colour out of them, and then we can move to the clear. I mean, I must admit, with the uprights, I am still umming and ahhing whether they need another coat. Recently, what I've been doing is I'll go with my gut. If my gut says another coat, I'll put another coat on. Well, at the moment, my gut is confused. So, it probably could do with another coat. But does it need it? No, not really. So it's gone. Yeah. Anyway, right. Let's crack on. Now, thinking about it, something that I didn't do actually was I didn't have a feel of these to see how rough they might be feeling, to see whether they may benefit from a sanding first. But what I will say is that has just literally lapped that up, soaked that right in. I can feel it is a little bit rough on the sponge. That's fine. Then after this coat I will give them a light sanding. Yeah, I mean, okay, soaking it in and also giving it a little bit of a shine already. Oh, that's too much. Yeah, that was definitely too much. Okay, the ends are going to need doing again. If I remember rightly, on the uprights I did 2 coats on the ends. Yeah, definitely applied too much there. I probably could leave it a moment and let it soak in, but I don't want it to soak in with odd lines. seems strange to have just wiped off some excess to then spread it again, but it's just where there was too much. That's better. Well, the colour of them is definitely changing, which is exactly what we want. We just dropped a splodge. I'll tell you something though that I've been finding very odd the last few days, and it is that, I mean, I know I've mentioned it already, but I mean obviously we're a few days on now, but that mentally I seem to be coping very well with what's going off at the moment, which is odd given everything that I've been through over the last few years. But I don't know whether it's just because I've got things like this, I've prepared myself with things like this to keep myself busy, or whether it's because at the moment I'm not massively financially affected by it. Or although I was panicking a little bit about my MOT, because the MOT is due in about 15 days, and I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to get that done. And then what would I do, because I wouldn't be able to get out to the shops or anything like that. But they announced yesterday that any cars whose MOT is due to expire after the 30th will be given an additional 6 months on their MOT. But you have to keep your car in a good working condition, which is fair enough. And I have been. I mean, I've spent quite a bit of money on it over the course of the last year. Like looking after it, suspension, brakes, stuff like that. I think the clutch will need doing soon, but knowing that I will have a bit of a break, or at least a bit of an exemption for that, is, I must admit, is big. That has helped massively. Okay, use my support beam while it's drying. Yeah, that's soaking that in lovely. That might need, that's going to need a little more putting on. that's a little thin, but I can maybe have to touch it up a little bit. So I'll do kind of like a very light bit here. Okay, it's where the knot is, so maybe it's just not soaking in. Excuse me. Not soaking in as much there. It might help if it gets to soak a load in from this side. You can probably hear, even though this was smooth, you can probably hear the sponge sort of catching on the rough bits that are on it now. I definitely will need to sand it after this one. Oh, get that with me on. Okay. Okay, that's absolutely caned my shoulder. I suppose one of the downsides of sitting to save my legs, it means my arms doing all of the work instead of my whole body. So that has actually dried up quite nice. Starting to get a little bit of a shine on it now as well. It's definitely going to need 2 more coats, I reckon. But I'm going to make a start on the back side. Oh, right, and I'm going to need to do the ends. Right, on to the next. And also I am hoping that I can get at least, well, this coat and 1 more run on these today. 1 more run. Yeah, if I can do 2 coats today, I'll be happy. If I'm able to get a 3rd on today, then bonus. But I'm not going to push myself too hard. I did that with the table. I pushed pushed myself way beyond what I should have done, and I have suffered for it big time. I mean, I know I said a few days ago that I'm going to have to be careful that I don't get caught up in, okay, this is here, I can do it, and sort of getting addicted to doing it. If it's going to cause me problems, I've got to take a step back. But one of the things with doing the tabletop was that if I didn't do it yesterday when the opportunity was there, or the other day when the opportunity was there, I wouldn't have known when the next opportunity to do it would have been. Especially if you end up, I mean, with the way things are at the moment, yes, you can use your garden, but if they decide to enforce a stricter lockdown, then obviously I wouldn't have been able to do it. There's no way I'd have been able to do the top in the apartment. I mean, I've been thinking about maybe I could do the underside of it in here, little bits at a time, but it is it's very toxic. I wouldn't want to be sitting this close to it. Also, these are starting to look quite nice now. I mean, I did think that, well, I said at the start of this clip, oh shit, that the reaction with them on this coat should be good. Right, it's possible the video is going to cut out at any moment. It's been quite a long clip. Let's see if I can get this done before it does. Interestingly, this piece is soaking it in quite a lot. This piece and that piece might actually need more than those pieces. But if they do, that's fine. Yeah, I'm thinking they may need additional coats. this is a hell of a lot pinker than that's looking at the moment. But this time I'm going to do half and then half. And the thing is, with how this coat is improving this wood, the next one should make it pop. And this is the thing that was getting me with the uprights. And I was saying it a lot, oh, it should be this one, it should be this one. But that's because from what I'd learned and what I'd seen happen, that's what I was expecting. So like what I'm getting on this. Thought there might be a bit of a excess one on the other side. Oh. Right, roll her over. Annoyingly, the bit that I've filled and done the repair on, if the last, or the first filling of it is anything to go by, that's probably not going to be dry enough to sand in for at least a day. It depends, I suppose the first fill was a lot of filling, whereas that is just a topping off. Okay, right. Oh no, I'm not done. I was going to say I'm done, but I'm not. I've got to do the ends. And okay, I'll do the ends on these and then I'm done. Okay, right. Oh. Okay, I'm done for now on these. I'm going to leave these to dry for a while, give them a good hour or so. And then give them a light sanding and crack on with the next coat. And what I'll probably try and do on the next coat as well is do a bit of fast forwarding so you don't get too bored. Anyway, right, we'll be back in a while. Well, actually, I'll be back in about 2 seconds.